Today I'm going to talk about 7 shots that can level up your cinematic footage. These are some shots that you will surely want to try out with your gimbal, and in today's video I'll be using the Osmo Pocket 3. However, any gimbal and camera would do. Chapters in the description. We'll start off with the most basic shot, and that is walking forward, pushing forward, forward motion. And it doesn't have to be at waist level, it could be at ground level. And the basic shot is fine. However, you may find that if you have a subject in the frame, you may be walking to it or walking behind it with active track enabled, that you'll have a much more pleasing look. It gives the viewer something to focus on. Nice and easy, anyone can do this. The next shot is Peekaboo, the reveal. And it can take more work than the other shots if you really want to nail it. When you're doing this shot, you might notice that you're going out of focus because you have the foreground. So change your focus mode to single. And that'll prevent the camera from misfocusing on subjects. And then you just click on the subject before even doing the motion. If you want to level up even more, lock your exposure. And the reason for that is that the camera is going to have a tendency to try to ramp up the exposure based on your blocked item. So if you move away, it's going to focus on the background and expose for the background. But if you lock it, everything stays the same. And pro tip, if you can slow it down in post using a higher frame rate to start with, then you have a professional looking reveal. This next one is the jib, the fake drone shot. And we're going to start off with the pedestal, another variation where everything is locked in place. You're focused on the background, the scene you want to display, and you're just moving past your foreground and it becomes a hero-like shot. Another variety involves active track and a subject, and you're going to push forward and raise the camera at the same time, and it's going to give a cool drone-like look down effect. And of course, try not to damage your camera. Next up is going to be the side tracking shot, and it can be at a low angle, and you can level it up by using a reveal. You can start off without a subject and then pull back and have your subject in the frame. Next up is the orbit, and I prefer to make very large round motions. Use active track. This is going to help a lot because the camera is going to stay on your subject. You can level up the shot by having your subject in motion, start off with an orbit, and transition straight to a side track. This next shot is the inception shot. Click on the joystick, click on spin shot, 90 degrees. Make sure you're filming in a high frame rate mode. So we're gonna focus on this fruit. We're gonna spin it. Let it spin already. Click record. Spin and move backwards. Go. The final product was reversed and slowed down in post. And when you're done, just be sure to turn it off, hit the joystick and hit exit. This next one is to push through or pull out. And it's generally easier to pull out than to push through. And you can reverse the clip in post, and the reason why I prefer the pull out is because you start off in focus so that when you reverse the clip, you know that you're going to be in focus. Just be careful with the reverse clip method with people around because they'll appear walking backwards. The next one requires movement, however, not of your gimbal, and it is shot variety. Forced movement is not always necessary, and sometimes a still shot is easier to work with. A good rule of thumb is to change elevation, side movement, and distance. So there you have it, 7 different styles of shots to level up your cinematic game. For me, I like my static shots. However, I'm not gonna lie, that elevated shot with the active track was pure money. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.